Howdy y'all, and welcome back to the channel. So, as you guys saw in the last video, we put the KMP wheels on. We have the other front to put on still, but we are waiting to find our spacers, which they're in this mess over here somewhere. I gotta clean all this up, find those spacers. But in the meantime, what we are going to be putting in is our RTD shifter. So we've had this sucker for like a year. No, God, no. Probably 2 years, and we still have not installed this. So this is actually going to get installed. So we need to get the car up in the air and get under it. Well, actually, up in the air first. Let me pull all this off, see what we got up top, then we'll jump underneath. But while we're under there, we do have Condor trans mounts, and we have an entire, I think this is stock. I think this is for that one. Well, these have all the clips. We have new clips and stuff. So we have that. We have motor mounts. Got a bunch of stuff from Condor. Got shims, motor mounts. Might put those on. We'll see. Got a ton of parts. But need to get this up. I need to clean up this area so we can get in this and see what we have and where my spacers are. Let's see if I can squeeze in here. Ugh. Okay. Move this seat all the way back. So what we have here is my lovely old, as you can see, I hand stitched this, whatchamacallit? Where's my new one? Oh, we got new one! New one! So, we hand stitched this gear shift way back, but I did get this leather one, which on the new one we'll go over and we'll attach it to the existing ring here, just like I did this. But we need to get this off first, then we can get the ring off, then we can worry about getting the thing off and sliding the whole shifter out of here. So let's get to it. Allen head. So I forgot, I thought this was screw on, but it's not. Once you take the Allen heads off, the shifter comes right out. And this is the weighted one from DDM. So this is one of their first original weighted ones. This thing was awesome. I don't think this one will fit on the, oh no. Got it. Don't think this one will fit on the RTD, but if it does, we might switch it over. If not, so what? So let's get this off now. So this just comes up super easily, pops off. As you can see, all the clips are still in, and all we did was wrap this and glue this to the frame here all the way around. So we'll do the same with the new one. Get in the same position. I think the stripe goes that way. I don't know. We'll have to see. However it works, it stretches over like this, and then we'll glue it, and yay! But that's for a later date. Let's get our little foam surround off here. Save that, because we might use that. We have, oh God, the one, you can see how worn my shifter is. I actually, I bought that whole rebuild kit because I thought I would keep this, but, yeah, because of the RTD, I'm not. So let's get this rubber off, and this rubber is completely gone to shit. It is hard as a rock and pretty much useless. So let's get it out and throw it away. So now you can see we have our rubber bushing out of there, or like, I don't know what that is, it's little stuff. But now you can see how craptacular that bushing is, but all of that is coming out for the new stuff up there. So going to pull our well, no, now is the time we gotta go under and disconnect our shifter from our selector rod so that we can pull this up and out. So where I left you guys off, which was like yesterday, we have the shifter assembly taken off in the top. I needed to get the car jacked up. As you see, it's all up, front bumpers off and everything like that. And we're about to jump under and take off all the linkage so we can pull the shifter and the selector rod out and get everything prepared to put the RTD shifter in. But before we do that, before we jump into that, as you guys know, I have the Euro wheel in there right now, and that kind of worked well with the OEM seats that I had in there, but I sold the seats and I put the NRGs back. So I'm gonna put the NRG steering wheel back in, but I don't like the red anymore, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prep and we're gonna paint this wheel black in the center. So we just need to scuff this up, prime it, tape it off, and paint it black. So we're gonna do that so that this can sit and dry. Then we'll jump on this, jump under there, and pull the linkage off. Have the wheel taped off, and it's all sanded, ready for prime and paint. So let's get to it. As you can see, it's primed, and we are about to hit it with some black. Make this look good. So we're up under the car. We have it up on 4 jack stands. As you can see, this thing is dirty under here. When I did have the supercharger, you can see this thing. Oh, coming off. When I did have the supercharger, the drain had a slight leak on it. So every time the supercharger would like drain back into the pan, it had a little bit of bubble up and blow by, which, as you can see, caught and just coated everything under here. Also, while we're up under here, I noticed a few things. First, this heat shield sound deadening shiznitch has basically given all out and fallen down on top of the drive shaft, with it has nicely polished the drive shaft in a 10-inch section. Plus it's rubbing on the guibo, which is never a good thing. So we are gonna, I've started unbolting this, but we gotta get this off, and we gotta get the exhaust off so that we can drop the transmission cross member so we can replace these bushings here, which are rubbery, with our Condor units. So we have a lot of stuff to do under here. There's like a lot, and I'm gonna clean up a lot of stuff. So once we get, I'm gonna get the linkage off the shifter first so that we can pull out the shifter and pull out the selector rod and pull out all that. While we're doing that, we're gonna pull off all this insulation. Then we'll support the transmission with the jack, take the transmission cross brace off, put the new bushings on, clean up the transmission and all this oil that came from the supercharger, and then start putting it all back together. But I'm going to drop the exhaust as well so that we can get to these bolts. But while we have the exhaust dropped, I'm going to take it out, clean it up. As you can see, it's like jankily made. Clean it up, re-weld a few spots, make some key adjustments, and then paint it and put it back in. So let's get this linkage off, and then we'll jump back to the top and we'll pull out the shifter and all that stuff, and get the RTD ready to go back in. So we have a hole, guys. Our shifter is out. I don't know if this is a short shifter. It looks like it is OEM, but it looks like it's also been replaced. I don't know. It's gone now. We have a hole. We need to remove our little cup, which we'll do from the underside. But as you saw, we also painted our steering wheel, so we are going to be replacing this steering wheel. As much as I like this steering wheel, actually I really do like this steering wheel. Maybe we won't replace it. What do you guys think? Should we replace our OEM 3-spoke M3 wheel with the NRG wheel? I think the NRG wheel would match these seats a lot better. Even though this has the cross stitching and everything, I really like that wheel, but I like the NRG as well. So comment below what you guys think. I think I'm gonna replace it, but we gotta get the wheel off anyways, because I don't know if you remember, like 20 videos ago, we have a new cluster that needs to go in, and to put the new cluster in, we have to remove the steering wheel. So this gotta come off anyways. But do we go back with this, or do we go back with the NRG? So pull the shifter out, guys. We pulled the wheel off, and we're putting on the NRG. We're gonna see what the NRG looks like. We had to pull it off anyways, and we got our new slimline from NRG adapter. Got that from Max Morgan out of San Antonio, guys. He hooked it up super quick. I'm talking, he posted up on Friday night. And I hit him up on Saturday, and this sucker was sent out Saturday morning, and it was here Saturday night, like last night. It literally showed up at the door. Freaking fantastic, quick, and we got it on, and gonna bolt this down, and then we're gonna see what we gotta do to take the before we put the wheel on and all that kind of stuff. See what we gotta do to get the and I don't have a lock spring on this steering wheel because I drilled it out, but see what we gotta do to get this cluster out of here. I don't know if I have to take this carbon fiber dash off or not, but we will see. Before we pull this cluster out, let's show you what it looks like currently. Yeah, I'm gonna turn this light off so you guys can see. That's the air pump, but that's what it looks like. It's is it super low? Let's see, where's our, there it goes. There you go, guys. That's what it looks like currently, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like now. So guys, this is what it now looks like. The new one looks freaking fantastic. I love it. It looks awesome. Updated dials, updated mileage. It's 0 mile freaking car. Still have no gas though. But everything works. Oh, I got it. So that's it. So well, let me go this way. So while I have the carbon fiber dash, as you guys know, this is the cover. While I have that out, I'm going to re-clear coat it, clean it up. It needs a little bit of work so that it's perfect, but we'll get that all clear coated up. Then we'll get this all cleaned up and new adhesive stuff on it so that we can re-stick the dash down. But for now, the dash is in, and we're going to leave the steering wheel off right now. We are going to finish up the shifter, so we need to get back under on the underside, pull this thing off. I gotta figure out how to do that. I can't remember, it's been a while. pull that off, see what that, well, once we get that off, then we can put the RTD in, clip it in with the new clip, and I think it's got both holes. It does. Hi, puppy. So we're having a problem with the linkage that is up under the car. So where the shifter sits, space me. Where the shifter sits, it sits in a cup, and it's got a little clip that's got to go up, and the pin comes out, so we can pull that cup out so we can put the RTD shifter in. Well, that little clip does not, for the life of me, want to come up, and I can't get it off. But in the meantime, we did pull the whole exhaust off, well, from header back. As you can see, we got the race cat, we got a inline muffler, and we have a whole bunch of exhaust leaks from front to back. Like, when I made that exhaust, guys, I made that exhaust while it was on the car, tried to weld it all a couple of years ago, and it's a mess. So, next video, we're gonna grind that down, re-weld everything, and paint it up, and I think we're gonna Cerakote it. Is it Cerakote? Something like that. And coat it up, or ceramic coat it, I don't know. But I really want to get this shifter in, and I really need to get that clip off. So I'm gonna jump back under there and try. Because then our next thing is we just put the shifter in, bolt it down, and we're done. And I can end this video, and I can start the next one. It's been too long, guys. It's like 3 days now. So, let's get under there. Hopefully the next thing you see is us putting the RTD in the hole. So, the shifter is in. It's bolted down. Looks good. We are done, finally, with the RTD shifter. It's done. We have the boot to go around it and all that kind of stuff, but that's later. But this stupid thing is out. It's done. It's gone. Throw it away. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys for being here, patiently holding out with me while we get this thing installed. Should have been real quick, but it's in now. Steering wheel is over there. We have some ideas for that as well, and then we can actually button up the interior. But next video, guys, is gonna be the exhaust, so come back and watch us grind down and weld up and clean up the exhaust, get it looking fresh so we can get it back on here. We're also gonna do condor bushings next video. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.